Hi, and welcome to Heartland's Kids Church. Today we're going to start with worship as according to Psalms 102, which says, "Come into my presence with singing." So on the website, I posted 2 YouTube videos for you guys to sing and dance to. So let's do that right now. Please pause this video and worship, and when you are done, come back. So hey, wasn't that worship fun? Don't you just love singing and dancing before the Lord? I know I do. So normally in big church, we have an icebreaker question. But guess what, kids? We're gonna do one too. So my icebreaker question for you guys today is, can you recall a time that you were afraid? And what was that thing that made you afraid? Please take some time to discuss this with your parents, and when you're done, come back. Hey, so I hope you guys had fun with the icebreaker. So before I open us up in prayer, I want to talk to you kids about another common question you guys probably have about prayer, which is, why do I bow my head? Well, we bow our head similarly to why we close our eyes. We close our eyes, like I said last week, to block out any distractions going on around us. Similarly, when we bow our head, we're also blocking out anything that's going on around us. Also, when we bow our heads, we're showing respect to God, just like we would be showing respect to our parents. So let me demonstrate that by bowing my head. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. I want to thank you that we can come together as Heartland's Kids Church and worship you. Lord, I pray that you'll help us today learn the lesson you want us to learn, which is about obedience and not being afraid, because we know that you are with us always. Lord, I pray now, Lord, that you help us take to heart just what you want us to learn, and that we will learn it and remember it as we continue our day. I want to pray this all in your mighty name, Jesus. Amen. Today our lesson is about the death of Moses and the training of Joshua, which is taken from Numbers 27, 12 through 23, and Deuteronomy chapter 31, verses 1 through 8. And our story today is talking about disobedience and how we shouldn't disobey God, along with not being afraid and having courage, because we know that wherever we are, the Lord is with us. I'm so excited to share this lesson with you. Moses addressed the people. I am now 120 years old and unable to lead you. God has told me I will not cross the river Jordan and enter the promised land. But the Lord will lead you to overcome the nations living in the promised land. Be strong, be courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God will be with you. He will not fail or let you down. Moses then summoned Joshua and in front of everyone said, "Be strong, be courageous. For you will lead these people into the promised land. See to it that they conquer it. Don't be afraid, for the Lord will be with you and go before you. He will never fail you or forsake you." Moses then wrote the laws he had given the people and gave them to the priests to look after. He told them to read them to everyone every 7 years when they gathered at the Festival of Tabernacles. Moses called everyone together to hear God's laws read aloud. He urged them to do what God wanted and obey him with reverence. God then summoned Moses and Joshua to meet him in the tabernacle. He appeared to them both in a great cloud at the tabernacle entrance. God told Moses that he would die. He also revealed that once the people of Israel had conquered the promised land, they would disobey him and worship foreign gods. So God then asked Moses to write down the words of a song which would remind them of the foolishness of disobedience and its consequences. Moses wrote down the lyrics of the song and then recited it to the people to learn. The words of this song are recorded in Deuteronomy chapter 32.
Not only did it warn them of the difficulties they would face if they disobeyed God, but it also reminded them of God's love and forgiveness if they returned to Him. The song exalted the power of God and how He would bring them victory. That same day, the Lord told Moses, "Go to Mount Nebo in the land of Moab, across from Jericho. Look out across the land of Canaan, which is the promised land. After you see the land, you must die. That is because you rebelled against my instructions to order water to come out of the rock at the springs of Meribah Kadesh. You will see the land I am giving the people of Israel, but you will not enter it." Numbers chapter 27, verses 12 through 14. Moses climbed from the plains of Moab to Pisgah Peak and Mount Nebo across from Jericho. God pointed out to Moses places in the promised land, including the Jordan Valley and Jericho. The Lord explained, "This is the land I promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that I would give to their descendants. Now you have seen it, but you will not enter it." So Moses died in the land of Moab, as the Lord had said. The Lord buried him in a valley near Beth Peor in Moab, but no one knows the exact place. Moses was 120 years old when he died, yet his eyesight was perfect, and he was as strong as a young man. The people of Israel mourned for Moses for 30 days on the plains of Moab. There has never been another prophet like Moses, for the Lord talked to him face to face. Joshua was full of spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands upon him. He was now their leader, and the people of Israel obeyed him and the Lord. God told Joshua, "You are the new leader of Israel. Lead my people across the Jordan River into the promised land. It extends from the Negev desert in the south to the Lebanon mountains in the north, and from the Mediterranean Sea in the west to the Euphrates River in the east, including all the land of the Hittites. I will be with you, just as I was with Moses. I will not abandon you or fail to help you. Be strong and courageous. Obey every law Moses gave you, and you will be successful in everything you do. Remind the people about these laws and think about them every day and night. Be bold and strong. Banish fear and doubt, for remember, the Lord your God is with you wherever you go."
Hey kids, so I hope you enjoyed this story, but now I'm going to move you into our memory verse of the week, which is from Joshua 1:9, which says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Now kids, I'm going to pose a really fun challenge for you. I want to see if you guys can memorize this verse by the end of the week. And parents, this challenge is for you too. If your kids can memorize this verse by the end of the week and say it to you, you guys can give them any treat you want. It could be candy, food, toys, be creative now, parents. You want your kids to enjoy this Bible verse. And kids, I hope you and your parents are up for that challenge. Hey kids, so I have a really fun activity for you guys planned out. Kind of similar to our lesson where we learned how Joshua was trained by Moses to be the next leader. Well, I'm going to teach you how to draw a cat head. Now, here's the funny thing about me. I'm not the best drawing on the world. So as you can see how in our picture, there is a cat body. Well, because I'm not the best drawer on the planet, I'm just going to teach you how to draw a cat head. So the first thing you want to do is you want to draw a circle, kind of like that. And then I made a little mistake here, that's okay. And then on top of its head, you want to draw 2 triangles. Just like that. And inside of these triangles, you want to draw 2 smaller triangles. And then, I think our cat kind of needs eyes. I think, eyes would be good for our cat. Oh, look at the cute little cat eyes, Oh my. Oh no, it's messing up a little bit. One eye's bigger than the other, that's okay too. And then, for the nose, you want to draw an upside down triangle. I know it kind of looks weird, but that's just kind of the case. And then, you want to draw 2 semicircles, like this, for the cat's mouth. And then, for the whiskers, you just draw kind of right out of the side of the triangle, right here, just some lines. You want to do that on the other side, too. And, kids, if you want to be really creative, don't do what I do. Don't draw it on the whiteboard. I would draw it on a piece of paper with a pencil or pen, and I would color it. I'd make it rainbow or black and white or solid color. Just have fun with it. Make it look pretty. Unlike my cat, not so pretty. He needs some colors. And if you really want to be nice, give it to your parents. They may really love it. Give it to them as a gift, as a way of saying thank you for everything that they've done for you, or as a sign of respect for them. Or if you want to keep it for yourself, that's okay too, because, between you and me, this cat, I would probably keep that cat to myself. Also, if you want to give it to a friend, that's okay too. Kids, just have fun with it. And, hey, have fun coloring right now. I'll see you guys later in a minute. Hey kids, I'm so sad to announce that our time here has come to an end. But you know what we say here at Heartland. Stay well, stay safe, stay connected, God bless, and we'll see you here back next Sunday.